So, are you actually going to attempt to drink out of that horrible beer monstrosity?
Yeah, it's just making my beer foamier. It was for the bit, okay?
Yeah, it was a horribly failed bit, like all of our bits are, but... So you're going to drink a flat room temperature IPA.
English people do it all the time.
At 8 o'clock on a Monday.
Yeah, I work nights.
Well, I would drink a beer with you if I wasn't dying.
I'll drink the other one for you.
Okay, I
forgot
appreciate
how heavy
it.
that
then
is.
then you will also be dying.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'll be dying right with you. This mic is way too close. Sorry. Sorry, me in the future that's editing this.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Oh, I'm going to put this away from you, too, because I have a funny feeling you're going to make me yell. And then I'm going to max out your mic.
Okay, so we're going to go over pros.
Okay, remember pros?
Or we'll go over our first reactions first.
First
Just something really
reactions
simple.
first, which
I
is
don't want
good
this to
order
be
for
like
first
a.
reactions.
It's gonna be a spoilers, but I don't want it to be like, oh, this is what happens. No, I want it to be like
Everybody
our thing.
dies.
We go through all the pros that we, not all of them, but what we think.
Yeah.
Cons, like just geek out, and then our personal things, because the whole point of the movie is you're gonna pick a side, whether
Yeah.
you mean to
Well,
or not.
That might actually be one of the shitty things about it.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's one of my points as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Because my point was decided, like, within the first 30 minutes. Before
Yeah,
it was even
well,
brought up.
I think that might have been one of like the fundamental flaws of how the movie built itself. Was it made it a Captain America movie and then tried to give us a situation where he wouldn't side with Captain America.
I think it's but we shouldn't. Okay,
Yeah,
as the people.
yeah, as an audience.
So you
like-
didn't necessarily go with him either.
Well, I think that was the initial thesis of the original Civil War was like to create a situation in which readers would be kind of pulled between two sides.
Right.
And even the marketing for this movie had like hashtag Iron Man, hashtag Captain
Right.
America.
But it seemed pretty set in stone as
just by making it a Captain America movie, I think you naturally sway people to one side as opposed to making it Avengers Civil War or just Civil War or whatever.
I get what you're
Yeah.
saying, but that had an opposite effect because I'm gonna get into it later.
So you basically got angsty about it, and you're like, I don't care, Captain America. I'm not gonna root for you because you tell me to.
No,
Oh.
I don't like Captain America because he's a fucking douche, and we will get into that later.
No, we'll get into it right now. Why is he a douche?
Okay, the reason why Tony Stark, Captain America,
Yeah.
they're both douches. Let's be
Yeah.
real here.
Okay.
They're both arrogant. They're both flawed. But what makes me I like Tony Stark, the character,
Yeah.
because he is flawed. He is the biggest. He is the definition of a douchebag. Okay, he is.
Yeah,
That's what his
absolutely.
character is. But he's inherently flawed, and he shows it, and he shows remorse, and it even at times you're like, this guy's like his backstory behind the scenes. There's a lot of fucked up things about him that he can't control. It makes him sad. Whereas Captain America's like, no, I'm the shit. Fuck you, and it's just like this bowling ball that doesn't give a fuck about it. He doesn't care about anyone unless it's his friend. He's willing to throw everything away just because of a friend he had when he was a kid.
It's not more about being a friend. It is that idea he talks about the safest hands being our own. Like there's an ideal behind what he's working for. It just
Yeah, but at what cost? That's the whole point. And there's one point.
Well, that's the whole point of the entire conflict. Each side's supposed to have a cost. Like,
Yes,
yeah.
but the thing is,
Yeah.
it's true. But even Tony Stark at one point, he's like, he freaks out, and it was like my reaction. I was
Yeah.
like, Tony Stark, you just got my
Spirit
reaction.
animal, yes.
He's sitting there. He's like, I'm trying to do the best I can with what we have. He, like pretty much,
Yeah.
he like freaks out, puts his hand. I'm like, yes, this is what you do. You don't get to have everything.
So you actually were Team Iron Man pretty much. through the whole
no,
thing.
absolutely, I absolutely was. And were you not? Is this not recording?
No, oh, it absolutely
It's
is. All
recording.
right, but
No, I absolutely was.
Yeah, well,
100%.
No, I absolutely. The libertarian in me could not side with him. I was very much on the government stay away from the superheroes thing.
Well,
I absolutely was. Like, it was just one of the things that's just how I'm
No,
programmed.
and
Yeah.
it's not like I'm like,
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
And Tony Stark wasn't either. It wasn't. He was like, yeah, fucking government, big government rules.
Woo,
No,
Trump.
It wasn't. Shut the fuck up. It wasn't. It wasn't. It's not like that. He was doing the best he could. He was trying to be a politician. He didn't even have his Iron Man suit. He even said at one time, he's like, no, the only suit I brought is a 3-piece suit.
Yeah.
Because he was trying to
And
come up
my
with
robot glove.
and my robot glove, which was pretty fucking cool,
Yeah.
by the way. He tried to come up with the best scenario for the options that were given to him. Whereas he was willing to have the discussion and fucking Captain America was just like, no, fuck that, I'm gonna do what I want.
Okay, this is absolutely beautiful because we didn't have a pre-production meeting of this at all, and we somehow ended up structuring the show in a really cool way because you're Team Iron Man.
I absolutely am.
I was
from the
Captain
beginning.
America.
I absolutely am.
And I think one of the real successes of the film was the way that it kind of made the two opposite sides have like not only opposing political views to fight over, but also kind of opposing character arcs. Like Tony Stark was his character arc was one of my favorite things about the movie. How he was just like his life was spiraling out of control, and then something else was piling on top of it, and he was trying to make up for his personal failings by doing something noble, and maybe it'll impress Pepper, and all that kind of stuff. And then Captain America's going through like the same, a very similar sort of crisis about like where his allegiances are, and like personal versus to the Shield and all that kind of stuff. Like they're conflicting politically and conflicting personally. I thought that was like really, really satisfying part of the movie, and especially like there were so many moments where like the acting chops of Robert Downey Jr. really sold like what he was going through.
He was
to me.
one of the best actors in that.
Well,
as far as acting goes, he was killing it.
And he had to go to places that he hasn't been asked to go to yet in Marvel movies before.
Right, because
like,
he's normally quip.
Yeah.
Robots are funny, and then moving on.
And then like I've seen a lot of criticism about this movie about how the ending, and we'll get into the ending later. Some of the criticisms we had with that, but like how he just goes bananas.
I loved
Winter
it.
Soldier, like right at the end.
Dude, I was just
at first
shit.
I'm like, he knows he was brainwashed, man. You're supposed to be a hero.
That's not the point, man.
But the thing was, like, that was my initial reaction to it. Like, nah, this is way too convenient just so the guys can fight each other. And then Robert Downey Jr. just looks at Captain America and goes, he killed my mom.
Right.
And like, in that moment,
in
the moment, like, oh. No, yeah, he earned that. He earned the reason to be pissed and all that. Yeah.
They did that because they did a really. Usually, I'm pretty good at seeing like like plot MacGuffins and stuff. Like, okay, this is here for this reason, but it kept going back to that where he stole something out of the trunk. It kept going back to that, and I'm like, okay. And then that whole thing at the very beginning of the movie where he's, he was at MIT, and he goes through that whole scenario. He's like, I thought this because I'm like, that's kind of cool. That kind of explains why he is the way he is. I thought that was the only reason.
It paid off,
and it was like book cover, book end, and then from that point on, it was weak. But that part right there was. Wow, I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was really good, and it was really convincing. I was like, he's just like, he's like, this isn't going to bring you anything. He's like, I don't care.
I don't care. He killed my mom.
Did not. He was that's what somebody, when something that they care that much about just loses all control of emotion and just goes berserk. Yeah. That's what that was. It was fucking awesome.
It was so freaking satisfying. So freaking... And
that might be one of the best parts of the movie.
It really was. And I think that was kind of one of the... If you can't tell by now, we really, really like this movie.
Oh, it was a great movie.
Yeah, and we're going to go with some of the things that we didn't like
Pros,
so much
cons,
about
blah,
it.
blah, blah,
but it took all these like kung fu moments that were great. And by the way, A+ kung fu movie across the board. Like the action in it was superb.
It was good.
It kind of placed all those action sequences really nicely within the relationships, and it made like all of them feel purposeful. Like, well, why is Captain America and Iron Man fighting right now? Well, because he's pissed because Bucky killed his mom.
Right,
you know,
trying to protect the other.
It's like those fit into the motivation so nicely and so perfectly. Nothing felt forced.
Well, also like speaking of Iron Man, because I mean, this was a Captain America movie, but Iron Man to me seemed to be almost the central focus, even though it was from Captain America's perspective, because it went from he's on this side, he's trying to extend an olive branch. Or no, at first it's clearly two sides. Then Tony Stark tries to extend the olive branch, it's thrown back in his face. Then he's like, all right, fuck it, we're going ham.
Yeah.
And then he understands why they're doing that, so then he goes back and he's like, okay, I get right here. And then all of a sudden, all gloves off, then it's right back to that. Like his story arc of where he's going it fluctuates so much throughout the movie, but it's not jarring. It's actually really, it's well written, it's well directed to the point that it's believable.
Well, and kind of
because he switches sides like 3 times.
And it kind of when he's transition to something else that was one of my personal favorite things about the movie, in that this entire thing was set up by Baron Zemo, and the entire time the movie does a really great job of like, I'm a villain, like the mustache twirling sort of thing, and then it kind of pulls that twist on you at the end where it's like, no,
sympathetic.
This was all about what you did to me, and again, it fit nicely into this little into the character window that they built, and they didn't broadcast it. But it didn't feel like a out of nowhere Shyamalan style.
That
twist.
being said, though, you're right. But I actually wrote a bunch about him, and the actor who played Zemo is Daniel Brühl, which is, I believe, a German actor. Yeah. But he was in a lot of movies. Goodbye Lenin was the movie I was talking about, the German movie. Inglourious Basterds, he played Frederick Zoller. But something about him specifically is just, to me, super captivating. I don't know what it is about his performance. That dude can act. Yeah, he always has. Even in Inglourious Basterds, he was phenomenal. For some reason, his little tiny character, I was really drawn into. Who the fuck is this guy?
Well, he has the Zemo character very much has this like psychopathic train persona to him. Like, I'm gonna everything.
He's super vindictive and he's super smart. But at the same time, he doesn't have superpowers in this movie. At least he has no superpowers. He has nothing. And I even wrote like a note here. Is like there's something really twisted and vindictive about someone with no superpowers, no nothing, that can like something about wit and intelligence beating pure power. There's just something about that's shit.
And there's something really terrifying about not killing someone, but just tearing apart
from the inside, just like he said.
And everything they built and everything they stand
It was
for.
brutal. I'm just like, and that was actually one of my cons is I wanted more of him. Yeah. He kind of, like, I get it. I like the way they wrote him, but there wasn't enough of him. Yeah. Like, at the end, they should have been a little bit more of a payoff. I'm hoping there's more of him.
They used him as... Sometimes, you know, when you spend literally all your time, like we do, like dissecting pop culture and stories and stuff, you can kind of see where the gears meet a little bit. And that was very much, I felt like that character existed to kind of justify Captain America's actions a little bit, as opposed to just making him like a contrarian. Right. You know, like, oh no, I'm going to go stop the bad man from getting the other one. The actual soldiers. Bad guy. Yeah, yeah. This is nothing. And, blah, blah, and blah, so blah. There were moments where I kind of felt the grinding there a little bit.
But it turns out there was a payoff to him.
Exactly.
And that was one of my, like, I don't know. They just didn't use him enough. It was kind of frustrating that at first, okay, well, not to overstep this, I think that this is Marvel's best, besides Loki, best villain.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Would you? Okay.
I would agree. Best written movie villain. I might put the Kingpin ahead of him. I'm not. If we're gonna dive into
I'm not getting into that. I said movie. Okay. Because movie. I didn't say movie. I meant movie. Okay. No, Kingpin was Kingpin's amazing. Yeah. But that's because the entire. I don't know what it is about DC movies seem to write around the villain, whereas Marvel movies seem to write around the hero.
Yeah, that's been a criticism for Marvel for a while that they haven't really nailed that villain thing yet, with the exception of DC
Loki. Can't nail the anything. Superhero.
Okay, if we're going to go into this, I got one thing to say about this. Okay, no, we're going to go into this a little bit.
But I don't want to make this a DC versus Marvel thing.
And you know, I don't want to do this. But I thought there was a moment that really, really highlighted to me, like there was a moment, like the first thing popped in my head. When I was watching that scene where Falcon and Winter Soldier are in the car together. Yeah. And Winter Soldier's like, "Can you move your seat up?" And Falcon's like, No. Now that was not an in-your-face funny moment. It was funny, but it was a funny moment. It wasn't a jokey, quippy, funny. It was a very funny human moment because humans are goofy and sarcastic and they have conflict, and it was a very relatable moment, and it was funny, and it was something that was absolutely in 0 moments of Batman vs Superman.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, if that movie had taken some time to have more moments like that, I know that people are like, you can't just throw comedy into a movie that's that dark. Well, first off, disagree with that, and second, you don't really need to. You just need those moments. Right? Those moments that feel like real people are talking to each other and going through things.
Well, because that's a coping mechanism. It's not like we're both in the military. We haven't seen combat. We're not going there. Not that, but we've been through some darker times, whether it be boot camp or whatnot. And even in your darkest moment, somebody's going to make a stupid joke or something that's going to make it. That's just that's human nature. And when it's not there, it feels awkward. Even like it Taken has some like little lighthearted things in it, and that's about a movie that's just some random guy chasing down bad guys. I mean, it's weird.
Yeah, but we'll get off that train because we've spent literally an entire podcast talking about everything that was.
And I don't want to compare.
So let's go over some of the other pro things that you had. We're being positive now. We got all this good energy going.
Okay, I thought, with the exception of one, but I'm just biased, and I think you're the same. The time management of the heroes was phenomenal. Absolutely. Because God knows that's got to be the hardest thing about this movie is giving each hero, because this is it. This is a fucking Avengers movie. I don't give a shit what it was.
This is fucking sneaky double agent version of doing. And
it was great. Honestly, if it was Avengers movie, I'd say it's the best out of the three.
Yeah, I would say
Like,
I would put this ahead.
this is way better than Age of Ultron.
Yeah, absolutely. And I could do a whole another podcast on some of my criticisms of the original Avengers.
Right.
Yeah.
We're not gonna get into that too much, but with the exception of Vision, just because I loved how nothing was a
You were a big fan of Sweater Vision for some
Dude,
reason.
he
that
was
just
trying
tickled
so
you.
hard to be human. I
Yeah.
fucking loved it. It was just like, it was never pointed out by anyone. It was so subtle, but he'd like wear sweater vest and like try to cook, and he's just trying to be
understand flavor or anything.
No, he's just trying to be human. It's fucking adorable.
He's trying to express affection for Scarlet
Yeah,
Witch, and
you
has
just
no
can't
idea how
get
it
it
works.
right.
Yeah.
It's adorable, but yeah, and my boy Ant-Man got like so much fucking screen time, and I was just like, oh, this is so cool. And we went Giant Man. I almost lost my fucking mind.
And I saw it coming too. I just looked over at you and like gave like the thumbs up, like he's gonna grow. Like I was so excited, and that
was awesome.
And that's kind of and you were absolutely right. And I think that's one of the things that was the sneaky brilliance of how Marvel set up its world. And when a lot of people were saying you can't do an interconnected movie universe, that when you have individual movies that set up all these people, you can just go right into it.
That's true. You don't need backstory. You don't need
like this is a character, you know who he is, now he's doing stuff. Go, and it makes the world feel so lived in. Like it's a real place with depth and history and all this stuff that we've seen and experienced before. And again, to take one last shot over at the other side of the fence, like when you try to start a movie start a universe with a team movie, like a Versus movie or a Justice League movie or whatever,
you don't
get, you don't get that benefit, and it becomes a much more crowded mess.
That's true.
So like this is, I think, the really first big payoff of the universe they built, 8 years later, where we can actually see like the brilliance of that initial move.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see where it goes from here, because it's only gonna get bigger.
Yeah,
it's worrisome to a certain extent.
And that was one of my criticisms for the movie, especially how it ended, is it set up the Marvel universe now is significantly more convoluted than it's ever been. You have two different Avengers teams on different continents,
right?
With multiple people on those teams, a very sticky political situation in America, and you have all these wild cards.
There's still some like drama to hash out between the two sides.
You got street level TV people, and you have Spider-Man out. Like it's so huge.
Yeah, it's true.
And now the moving parts are starting to get a little unwieldy. Because then we got Doctor Strange coming in too, and eventually Captain Marvel, and like all of that stuff is going on. And
if they just have Doctor Strange in every movie, except he's the central focus from here on out, I think I'll be pretty happy. I'd like to see more Benedict.
Doctor Strange, Civil War, Doctor Strange, Age of Ultron.
No, you still call it Captain America, but it's actually Doctor Strange.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it is from here on out.
If everything else they have done is to confuse people,
or Daredevil, I'll take
Daredevil too,
or Punisher. Fuck it.
Instead of Batman vs Superman, Daredevil versus Doctor Strange.
Oh my god, that's not much of a.
No, just like snap.
Yeah,
it starts on fire.
Yeah, I was like, that's not much of a competition there, but okay.
Yeah.
Moving on pros.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say as far just to wrap this bit up, that. As far as the movies go that have been big, I think this is the best time management of heroes I've seen.
Yes.
It didn't feel, I got enough of what I wanted. I got to see Ant-Man for like 7 minutes or so, and I was like, that's perfect. I don't want to see any more of him. Get him the fuck out of the movie. And he got the fuck out of the movie. So it was awesome. My next thing I have, we already said, this is the best Avengers movie from Captain America's point of view.
Yeah.
We already covered that.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Not quip-tastic, but still funny at parts.
See, and that's been my one criticism of the movie, of the post-Avengers movies, and my one criticism of
Avengers
Joss Whedon.
too.
Yeah.
I love Joss Whedon. Like, I worship him every night before I go to bed.
He's the quippiest quipper that ever quipped. Like
he is. That's his shtick.
Well, and also, like, you didn't see Black Panther out there making a whole bunch of funny quippy jokes.
Wait on that. I got that next.
And because that's not his character.
It is not his character.
Spider-Man and Ant-Man and Falcon, Winter Soldier relationship, those made sense. The quippiness made sense. It didn't feel forced or unnatural. And it, like you said, it has funny moments, but it was still a very serious, grounded movie.
It was... I'm going to ask you. I haven't asked you this before.
Yeah.
Did you like this more than the second one? Which one?
God, I can't decide. I've been going over.
They're both very different types of movies.
Yeah, I still think I probably like Winter Soldier a little bit because, it's like you said, this movie does a good job of dividing all your talent among people. But it did still feel not quite as tight as Winter Soldier did.
Yeah,
I feel like
it's hard to do.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Winter Soldier's a little bit more efficient movie, I think.
Right.
And I think that just makes it a little bit more watchable.
Okay.
So I probably would still say that's That's still my favorite movie, but nothing against this one. This is still great.
That was very good.
Yeah.
So we kind of okay. Speaking of Black Panther, and Spider-Man, so I'm not blaming Marvel. I'm not blaming Disney. I'm blaming. It seems to be really big in the superhero genre, not all movie genres. Is where we've kind of talked before, where producers or writers or what have you will say, that works. Let's do it on this and this and this and this. And that word's like queepiness was. They're like, Iron Man worked. Let's make every character quiptastic. Literally, there was a while where fucking Thor to Iron Man and everything in between was the same.
That was Josh Whedon, man. I'm telling you, that's how
fine.
he writes
but
it.
Even I guess this Iron Man was a little bit more serious, but this is dealing with more serious. We'll see on the next. But I was gonna say Black Panther and Spider-Man were the first two that I've seen in a while that felt very original.
Well, they felt
very
like,
believable.
They felt right off the comic.
Because I don't think Black Panther smiled one time or made one fucking joke.
No,
because that is not. He was all business. He's like, yo, I'm a warrior. Came here to do work.
I'm here to do dad vengeance.
And that's it. And I fucking love Black Panther. I cannot wait for that movie. He may have been my favorite.
He stole every scene.
I was just like, dude, this guy is awesome. The way he fought, the choreograph, the attitude, the actor, like nailed it. That was probably my favorite.
And I think up to now, Black Panther was probably the most challenging appearance on screen as far as making it look decent from the comic. Make it look like the comic books. It's like the dude's just like a fun kitty.
Yeah.
Like how can you make that look badass? Well, they did it with a bunch of silver and
it looked fucking awesome.
Yeah,
the way he fought was fucking awesome.
And I'm like, oh, he's gonna have claws. Like that's gonna look stupid. And nope, it was amazing the entire freaking time.
Like, retract and shit. But yeah, I felt that he was awesome, and also Spider-Man. He was quippy and boopity boop, but he was immature, and it just was believable. The way he things he was saying was believable. Everything was so big to him. Like everyone's like, I'm just happy to be here. In fact, I wrote a little note here. He's the Jim Gilmore of the Marvels group. He's just like, I'm just happy to be here.
I never get any of your references.
Jim Gilmore was Jim Gilmore was one of the GOP candidates that no one knew. Exactly. You didn't know. No one fucking knew him. He was just like, I'm just here, guys.
Yeah. Well, speaking of things that I'm just really disappointed with you about, why didn't you turn off your fish tank?
Oh.
Yeah. So the entire time we just been hearing this pissing sound in the background of this.
You should probably said something earlier.
I just noticed it now, so
it's all good. These are my fish.
Turn it off.
What the fuck?
Get up, turn it off.
It's already ruined.
Yeah, but ruined the back half of this episode less. It's already a mess.
Oh my god, this is gonna be fun to edit.
Yeah, well, no, just fucking leave it in.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Do it live.
Do it live. Okay.
Where are we talking about?
Pros.
Okay.
I've said those are pretty much all the pros I have. I mean, there are more other, but these specific. What do you got?
I think we hit on pretty much almost everything we had, except we didn't talk much about Spider-Man, and he was a pro and a con with me, so we'll go ahead and use him to segue into cons. First, as far as good, he's Spider-Man. It's
awesome.
Yeah, like the way he moved, so Spider-Man. The way he looked, the way Peter Parker acted, the
goofy,
the quips, the motivations.
Why? Okay, I have cons. I mean, everyone, if you've seen the movie, you know it's good. Like everyone knows he was fucking awesome, and he's gonna be most people's probably favorite thing. Black Panther, I think he'll also be very popular for good reason. I'll start off with the cons.
Did not feel necessary at all to the greater movements of the story.
Fair.
Yeah, because he felt very tacked in. In fact, there are scenes in the movie that are taken right from the trailer that they just kind of like put Spider-Man in.
True.
Where it's like, and that was kind of a good metaphor for how he felt in the movie. Like he just really did not feel necessary to the plot. He was just kind of there for that one fight scene, and then he just disappeared into the wind.
Fuck off! I don't care. I loved it.
Yeah,
I don't care.
And you know what? I still loved it, but at the same time, as far as like,
I think that was Marvel just being like, you know, fuck you, we'll do our character better than y'all.
Yeah. Well, yeah, maybe
that's kind of what it was.
But at the same time, like, would we really have been that depressed if we just waited one more year and got a full movie with him?
No, but you also got kind of a segue into his movie.
I don't know. And that was the thing, like, that teaser trailer at the end where it's like, oh, you have a Spider-Man flashlight? I guess that's pretty cool. Like
the whole Tony Stark involvement with him was a little weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that they kind of use that as an excuse for now his eyes can move, which I'm actually, regardless of how they got there, I love that because that makes him such a more expressive character. I
kind of wish Deadpool was just inside. He's like, "You're welcome. You're welcome." My con's a little different.
Yeah.
Why the fuck was his aunt so fucking hot? Why did they use Melissa Tomei? Why?
You should, because any excuse to use Melissa Tomei is something that you have to take advantage of.
I know it's not a big con, but I was just like, dude, she's like 50 something. Yeah, she's pretty hot.
So you're complaining that there was 2 attractive people.
2? Who's the other one?
2 of people in the movie were too attractive. I'm sorry, I can't talk.
Yeah. I'm feeling shitty over here. That was my con on Spider-Man. I don't have a con on Spider-Man. That's my point.
Well, I'm gonna move on to as long as we're talking about dumb fucking cons that don't make any sense. I really wanted Sockhead Nemo. Zemo, excuse me. I wanted him.
Wait,
to
didn't
put
he
the
have like a
mask on.
scarred up face too? Doesn't the original character?
I don't
have
actually remember that much about that.
I think that's one of the reasons why he wore it.
I just wanted the sock.
All right,
I wanted the sock.
Or like having a background or something like that.
No, I wanted him to put the sock on the head.
It wouldn't make any sense.
I don't give a shit. I just wanted to see them make that challenge of making that work on screen.
So stupid.
I know.
It looks really dumb. Okay.
Yeah.
Actual cons.
Okay, actual cons. This is going to the ending because that was.
All right, I got more than just the ending.
Okay. Well, then you give your cons.
It was too fucking long.
Well, I think that's the side effect of all that great time all the characters got.
And my point is, the setup for the movie is, and I get it. It wasn't bad. Mm-hmm. No, nothing was necessarily bad, but the setup for the movie was like a Stephen King novel. It was really long. For there to happen any action, there was a long time.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they did a pretty good job pacing. I agree with you. It was long.
It was fucking long though.
And I didn't really notice it till it got to about that ass half of the third act. I'm like, man, this is starting to feel. I remember I looked over at one point. I'm like, they're gonna get Spider-Man into this. They're like,
oh yeah.
They're like almost 2 hours into this movie. Spider-Man hasn't even shown up yet.
I just felt that there was a really slow build. It wasn't bad, and like God knows I've seen, and I'm really being nitpicky when I'm coming up with this con. It was well paced, but the beginning, I'd say the first half seemed it could have cut some things. Is all I'm gonna say.
I don't know. I see what you're saying. It did feel long, but fuck it. If you're gonna make something that big and that sprawling, you need all that space.
But fuck it.
Yeah, whatever.
Also, I kind of already stated I wanted more Zemo. Like, I wanted more of. They finally came up with a really good non-Loki villain, and you don't really learn much about him, and it's over like in 5 minutes.
So you want more Zemo, but a shorter movie, man. You can't have everything.
Oh, fuck off. Okay.
Well, okay. And the one thing before the ending I will give a criticism about is I normally don't complain about things not being like the comics because that's kind of a dumb complaint.
Well, it's already gone. Yeah. Like, that's already way past that.
Yeah. But there were Civil War was maybe the most packed full of iconic moments of any Marvel event book that's ever existed. And they did none of them.
Right.
The unmasking of Spider-Man, the Thor cyborg, like all those really great big moments.
Yeah, but how?
Like literally,
how?
Yeah, I know. But there's part of me inside that was disappointed.
So it wasn't enough fan service.
No, it wasn't. It's just that they didn't take advantage of seeing those big moments that I would have liked to have seen. Yeah, I guess there's fan service. Okay, that's
well. If you get too much fan service, I know I'm doing it.
Yeah,
you're gonna end up with Bat v Soup.
Yeah, exactly. I guess.
Which is in a movie that was fan service, but yet hated at the same time. It's weird. It's complicated.
Yeah.
Speaking of Vimo.
We've said this name wrong so many times.
I know. Speaking of which, I did want to say
shit over.
There was a lot of subtleties to his character that I really enjoyed, and I just want to personally talk about. Yeah. Like there's a point where he's trying to get the what is he trying to get, the ledger from the
from the Cleveland Browns fans' house. Yeah.
That was funny. I don't give a shit. Anyways, he's trying to get this information from this guy, but because he doesn't want to bomb the UN. So he made a conscious decision. He even says, I can have other means of getting this, but it's going to hurt me. So he has a soul.
You're right.
He chose this way. Rather, he did not want to bomb the UN, but he was forced to. And that, to me, kind of gave me, is like, this dude, there's something about him. Like, he's a bad dude, but at the same time, what is his motivation?
Yeah.
And I was really, like, I'm telling you, I was really intrigued with this character, and all of a sudden it's over.
Well, and the good thing is, unlike a lot of the villains, they didn't just, like, fucking, okay, movie's going to be over in, like, 5 minutes, so murder, and now you're dead. But,
right, he's not gone, and
he's still around, and I'm hoping...
Speaking of which, let's go ahead and get on to the ending.
Okay. So, nobody dies. which was something that I did not see coming.
Doesn't actually make it a bad ending.
But
I was thinking
it contributes to the bloated nature of the universe I was talking about. I feel like this would have been a good time for.
I thought Captain America was going to die.
I thought so too.
And there for a minute, I thought Iron Man was going to die.
Yeah,
there was
when
one
he was
moment
his head against the thing, I was like, oh.
Or when he puts the shield in his chest, I was like, is he dead? Like I was like actually kind of pissed when that happened. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? This is no.
I knew he wasn't gonna be dead there, but like when he I thought Rhodey was gonna die. I really did think. I thought that was gonna be a thing that was gonna happen. I thought there was a chance that literally any of those heroes could die. Because like I said, there needs to be some maintenance at some point with this.
Right, you can't just keep adding and adding and adding.
At some point, we're going to start losing heroes. And I think for the big heroes, that's probably going to be how they're going to handle recasting. Is they'll kill, and then when they resurrect, they'll bring them back as a new actor. I bet that's what they're going to do.
Right.
And at some point, they're going to hand the shield off to Bucky, right? Like that's
right. I thought it was going to be this one.
Yeah, I really did too.
But it didn't.
Yeah, so I can't tell if that's disappointing or not because I do really love Chris Evans.
To me, I like him as an actor, and I think he does a great job. But as I stated, I don't like Captain America. I don't like how much of a d-bag he is. So I was like, this is the last one. This is the last one I gotta sit through. And I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that, but that's fine. That's just my personal feelings.
You're getting a little hate from me.
That's my personal feelings about it. Like honestly, it's just like I get to see Bucky because I like that guy. I really do. I like him.
I remember when I first saw the first Captain America movie and I saw him like this putz is not gonna be able to be Winter Soldier someday. He's some goofy-looking, shaggy-haired doofus. And then all of a sudden, in the second movie, he shows up with the metal armor and long hair. I'm like, oh, back!
Yeah. Dude, yeah.
You found the weight room and the fucking attitude. All right. And I've been a big fan of that guy ever since. Mm-hmm. And at the same time, like, I thought it could be cool to set that up for, like, a war over the shield between him and Falcon for, like, the next movie. Like, something like that. Like, there was this infinite world of interesting story scenarios that they just like, no, we're gonna just have them alive. And
Bucky's frozen.
Well, and
for reasons.
Well, to their credit, here's something I don't really see talking about because they could still do what we're talking about because technically he's not Captain America at the end.
He left
his shield. He breaks them out in just like a pair of jeans and a fucking leather jacket, like. He's the top cop.
Fucking retire. No, yeah. He can't because that's against his character, and that was stated in this movie.
They're not saying that he's not going to quit fighting, but he's not Captain America anymore, and that leaves.
What's he just going to be?
Well, he's
Mothman.
I don't know. If they're going to go back to the '70s and make him nomad and put him in the freaking disco outfit and have him go fight crime with a stick like he did before, or are they going to make him like the top cop version where he's basically a shield agent?
Yeah, I was saying a shield agent.
So and. Also, the other thing was like, how the fuck are they going to make any of these upcoming movies make sense when everyone's exiled to the ass crack of Africa? Because they still have an Ant-Man and Wasp movie to do. Ant-Man can't come back to the United States. Like, what's that going to... Okay.
That's really true.
Yeah.
Like, that's a great point.
Oh, all right. So, like, Hawkeye's family's in Iowa, alone and unsupported in the middle of a farm while he's hanging out in the woods.
And that right there... if the movie somehow ended better right after the fight in the... What were they in? No, they weren't in a dam. They were in a bunker. Between Iron Man and Captain America. If something like... to me, that was the end of the movie. Mm-hmm. You know, because in my mind, one of them would have died. Mm-hmm. And that's sad. And then the movie ends.
Well, and I don't necessarily even need the death part of the end of Civil War. I need the actual... I think it would have been interesting if they'd done the actual end to Civil War. Because, like, Captain America doesn't die in the actual Civil War. He dies, like, right after, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? The actual end of Civil War is him surrendering. Where he doesn't necessarily agree, but he acknowledges that the cost of what he is doing is too high to continue.
Like any sane human being would fucking do.
But that is an interesting new status quo. I'm not saying what they did is not intriguing in some ways, but it feels so much safer.
It's a jerk off. Like, honestly...
It just feels so safe. And
to answer the question I asked you...
Yes.
Number 2... About which one did you like more?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Number 2 was a way better movie. Because there was a beginning and a fucking end. I hate movies that don't have an end.
Okay.
This did not have an end.
I'm glad you brought that up. Because like that's been a criticism of Marvel movies for a long time, that they don't have ends because there's all this setup. I've never felt that was true until this movie.
This one was bad.
it felt like it
that
desperately needed a punctuation at the end.
Yeah, because now you're like, okay,
even if that punctuation is a question mark, it just needs something.
Didn't nothing.
Yeah,
like it didn't do anything. Like the whole thing of fucking Tony Stark getting a letter that didn't even need to be in the fucking movie.
Well, and that
didn't need to be there.
And that is something that was kind of pulled off from Brubaker's Captain America run after Civil War, after the death, but they did it in such a less impactful way. Because when he reads the letter in the comic books, it's about the future of Captain America and what it should be after Captain America's dead.
Right.
And this one, it's like, hey, phone.
We're in Africa.
You can call it, and
if
then
you
we'll
need
go.
me.
And then you say, hey, there's bad men, go get them. And then we go get them. Like
it was dumb.
It was an emotionally inert moment. I really felt.
It was weird. I felt in the music and the scoring. It felt like it was supposed to be a big moment.
Big,
it's like,
awesome movie. Picture of a statue of a cat at the end. And it's like, it just died so hard at the end, I felt. It was still a great movie.
No, it was great.
Ending was a fucking wet noodle. It really was.
The ending was like, even after like I looked at it, I'm like, that ending sucked.
Yeah.
Because it did. And I mean, if you think otherwise, then I mean, that's great.
Go ahead and write in the comics.
Go write in the comics. Just write a comic book about how we're wrong. Do it. And as far as cons go, I drew a little picture of a cat at the end.
I still hate that you do analog notes for this show.
This
is an internet show, internet radio. You don't even have a computer in front of you. You draw cats. You make lists of toms like the last episode.
Okay, shut up.
Yeah.
I do have one last thing I didn't go over.
Okay, that was... Right.
Had the best extended fight scene out of any Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Because I still think the choreograph and all that in Daredevil is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And some of the best fight scenes in anything. But I think it had the best extended, the airport scene, obviously.
It's one of the great action scenes in movie history, in my opinion.
It was phenomenal.
And that was, I guess, the one...
I missed that one.
The one big thing I wanted to talk about real quick before we left was... The thing that brought me... Oh, see, that's why I love it so much. It makes for such great fucking radio. All right. I just loved how unapologetically comic booky this movie was.
Fucking absolutely
was. We're serious and we're spy men, and then all of a sudden, giant guys swinging a wing at people, and we're gonna beat the Vision by hacking his body and making him so dense he falls to the center of the earth. Like just these big crazy moments just randomly thrown into what at times is an incredibly emotionally driven and grounded movie, and I'm like, yes.
But it's still a comic book movie.
Yeah, but and that is like the soul of what makes a comic book is when it just gets big and goofy and just completely free of like editorial oversight. Like it's what I love so much about comic books, and to see it there in motion on the big screen, like it's a big deal to me. Like that is so awesome. Cool, and it's like so much of like what I appreciate kind of being brought to the masses, and like see, this is what I love. People come to comic book land with me and experience it. Right, like, it's a big moment, you know, to see that and the giant Ant-Man and fucking seeing Spider-Man just so ridiculous right there on screen.
With a metal arm, that's so cool.
And like if someone had told me like, yeah, you know, Red Wing is going to be in a movie, I'm like, that you mean the hawk that Falcon talks to telepathically? No fucking way. And then
that was so fucking hilarious.
But they made him a little robot, and he gave him a little personality, and like that was great. And when
he goes, thanks to him.
Yeah,
wait, I'm not saying thanks to that thing.
Or when he grabs Spider-Man's wrist and it flies off. With him. Like that's also cool to me. Like that was amazing. I knocked a cup over.
That's a shot glass. That's fine though. I won't. That's fine.
Yeah.
But
so there we go. It's
a good movie.
Yeah, it's a good
10 out of
movie.
10. Go see it. It's not 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Well, also
9 out of 10.
If you didn't see it and you watch this first,
Alpha Bravo out of 63.
Cody, I'm turning Cody's mics off now because he's no longer using it responsibly. But hopefully you all saw it, because if you watched this to get your experience for that movie, I feel very sad for you.
What you're an idiot.
Yeah, absolutely. So let us know what you thought of the movie, and leave it in the comments below. And make sure you like, subscribe, and also follow us on Twitter and Facebook. And I'm Whistle Coonsy on Twitter. The channel is Video Game TM.
Close Barbecue.
And for all those of you that are interested, Cody divorced Nicole and sent her back to Texas. That's why she's not in this episode. And Levi is still dead. We were unable to assemble all the pages of the Necronomicon that are required to resurrect him. So Until next week, he is left riding at the bottom of the river Styx. But hopefully he'll be back in our next episode. And we thank you all very, very much for listening. And we will catch you next time. Until then, think and drink responsibly.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. I said mine last.
I want to see like Transformers, but they're all in the shape of Michael Bay. They're just fighting each other.
The Michael Bay form. Every time they step or punch or touch anything, it explodes.
That's good shit. All right, can we get the show on the road?
Ah, fuck, I guess. What is up, nerds and nets? Welcome to an episode of Thinking and Drinking. Now, this week we're going to do things a